Dispensing propane autogas. Propane autogas dispensing stations across the U.S. offer a safe, convenient, and quick fueling source for vehicles. In order to ensure your safety and the safety of your coworkers, you should know about the fuel, equipment, processes, and regulations that are involved in fueling these vehicles. This module gives you the basic information needed to fill propane autogas tanks. However, before you begin the filling process, you need to make sure that you view the first two modules of this program. These two modules will provide you a better understanding of how to safely handle and transfer liquid propane. You have not completed the necessary training to fill propane autogas tanks unless you complete modules 1 and 2 first. Dispensing station equipment. Propane autogas dispensing systems are very similar to gasoline or diesel dispensing systems with a few important differences. Propane autogas dispensers are closed, pressurized systems that keep the propane in its liquid state. Most dispensers use a gasoline-style low-emission nozzle that has a closed, threaded connection to maintain pressure while transferring the fuel. Some dispensers use a low-emission nozzle that does not have a threaded connection and is placed directly on the filling connection. To dispense propane autogas safely, be familiar with the specific equipment you are working with and how to use it. Just like a gasoline station and gasoline pump, each propane autogas fueling site and dispenser will have instructions on the correct use of the equipment. Equipment at fueling sites vary, so always follow instructions at your site. Refueling a vehicle. Preparation. Before refueling your vehicle, make sure you're aware of the following information regarding safety and handling procedures. Know your facility's fire prevention and emergency evacuation plans, including where and how to operate the emergency shutoff valve. Please note that there are different types of emergency shutdown systems. Be sure you know how to operate the emergency shutdown system at your facility. Locate the nearest fire extinguishers and make sure they are in proper working condition. Know how to use the fire extinguishers according to your company policies. Only use fire extinguishers to create an escape route, not to fight a propane autogas fire. The only way to extinguish a propane autogas fire is by stopping the flow of fuel. Ensure that there are no ignition sources within 25 feet of the filling area or metalworking operations including grinding, oxygen fuel gas cutting, brazing, soldering, or welding within 35 feet. Make sure that a propane decal is in the lower right of the rear of the vehicle, above the bumper. This is required on propane autogas-fueled vehicles. Inspect the dispensing equipment. Take a look and check for signs of damage or areas that could be leaking. Check the hose and filler nozzle for signs of wear. If you smell propane or see or hear a propane leak, do not fill the vehicle. In addition, be sure to follow any instructions for inspection or operation of the vehicle that are provided to you by the manufacturer or your propane autogas supplier. Refueling a vehicle. Connecting. Much like conventional fuels, refueling your vehicle with propane autogas is a simple, efficient, and safe process. Follow these steps. Park on level ground near the dispenser to ensure that the tank is properly filled. Turn off the vehicle. Make sure that no one is inside the vehicle while you refuel. Do not allow unauthorized people in the filling area. Remember that an operator must be present during the entire filling procedure. Do not smoke, strike matches, or light a cigarette lighter. Do not use cell phones or other electronic devices. Put on appropriate personal protective equipment. Touch a grounded object to control static electricity. Remove the motor fuel filler valve cap by turning the cap counterclockwise. Be sure to keep track of the cap for replacement after refueling. Inspect the filler valve. Make sure the O-ring in the filler valve is seated in the groove and is not damaged or missing. Never connect the filler nozzle to the filler valve if the O-ring is missing or damaged. This could result in a release of propane and the potential for injury or fire. Connect any fill hose end valve adapter if necessary. If you have a threaded nozzle, connect the propane autogas filler nozzle to the motor fuel filler valve and rotate the filler valve nozzle clockwise until it is firmly attached to the filler valve. Make sure the nozzle is properly threaded. An improperly threaded nozzle could lead to a dangerous leak. If you have a nozzle that does not have a threaded connection, push the nozzle securely on the filling connection. The nozzle will automatically lock onto the connector when the trigger is squeezed. As a built-in safety device, if the nozzle is not properly connected, propane will not be dispensed. Refueling a vehicle. Dispensing propane autogas. Activate or turn on the dispenser. Slowly squeeze the nozzle trigger to begin fueling. When the OPD stops the flow of fuel into the tank, close the filler nozzle. Turn off the dispenser. Disconnect the filler nozzle by rotating the nozzle connector counterclockwise and return it to the dispenser. If you have a non-threaded nozzle, the nozzle and connection will separate automatically when the trigger is released. Once this occurs, you can return the nozzle to the dispenser. Check for leaks near the filler valve. Follow your company's policy if you observe a leak. Replace the filler valve cap if applicable. You are now ready to go. Refueling propane autogas vehicles is a safe, efficient, and quick process. Always refuel your vehicle properly and do not take shortcuts. Your safety and the safety of your coworkers depend on it.